Let's bring in John Koudounis. He is CEO of Calamos Investments. John, good to have you here. Talk about the general position here of markets, right? We have the stock market really unable to escape the gravitational pull for now, for the short term, of these bond yields going lower. What does that tell you?
Well, it tells us we're going to have a volatile market for the unforeseeable future. There's so much going on in the event risk that every day is going to be depending on what the president tweets, depending on what headline comes out, depending on what the yield curve is doing, depending on what's going on with the China situation and the trade war. So we're going to have volatility. It's here to stay. The question is, how do you navigate through these markets?
So how do you navigate through these markets, John? I mean, how would you counsel investors right now?
Well, we're telling our clients, and we're seeing a lot of people start to look for, right now, it's important that, number one, you're invested in the markets. You just don't shy away because you're scared of the volatility. Number two, I think you have to be an active manager to be able to navigate through the volatility that is clearly here. It's a stock picker's market. You can't just blindly pick the entire market because there's going to be some gems out there that you have to have professionals look at. So I think it's very, very careful, but you have to be invested and you have to look for people that are good risk managers. And that's been very successful for us in the last couple of years. Our liquid alts is something that has been very, very attractive to our customers. And they've been buying products like our market neutral, which just became this month the largest liquid alt fund in the world at almost $8.5 billion, where it does not concentrate on what happens with interest rates. So it's neutral for that. It's a convertible arbitrage fund, and it sells options to get some yield. So no matter if the interest rates go up or down, it gives you a consistent return.
Just to be clear, liquid alts is alternative investment strategies in a liquid kind of mutual fund platform. Steve, we just talked about how the market seems like it's following yields around by the nose. On the other hand, lower yields should be supportive of stock valuations. I mean, it's kind of a push-pull.
It depends on what backdrop they happen in. So if the lower yields are happening in a slower growth environment or a zero-rate environment, then the market is spooked for all the obvious reasons. But today, on a microcosm of it, and a granularity, you had oil just pop from 1 o'clock, popped about 2%. Then you have yields rally as well. So you're watching the equity market kind of follow those two into the close, and let's see how long it lasts. Yeah.
So, John, if as an investor you're concerned about trade tensions and all of the uncertainty this is creating, from a global macroeconomic standpoint, why are the small caps once again underperforming today? I realize financials are a big part of the weighting there. Is that what's driving that, or is there an opportunity to be had in all the weakness we have seen?
We feel that small caps is an opportunity to buy. In the long run, during these types of market conditions, they should be insulated from the global, especially some of the domestic small caps, the global trade wars that are happening. So if you can pick a good mid-sized company that's not necessarily global in nature in terms of their trading abilities, then you should be able to perform pretty well. And if you look over time, they have done really well. You can't just take a day or a week, but over the long term, they will perform during these volatile markets, during the global type of volatility that we're seeing.
All right, we'll see if that plays out. John, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.